The friendly pitch, chatting the gentleman's game. Welcome to this podcast.
Today for the World Cup.
World Cup, yeah, little bit excited. I was watching this thing, the Captain's Connect.
No, I didn't see that. What happened there?
They invited all the captains and country captains were there, and Ravi Shastri and Morgan were moderating. So they were asking couple of questions, and later
Oh.
they opened it to the media person.
Oh, if you were given a chance to ask any question, what would you have asked and to whom?
I would have definitely not asked anything to Rohit Sharma and Babar Azam because most of the questions were directed towards them. And apparently, Bavuma, Tenda Bavuma, South Africa captain. So he was
Uh,
caught sleeping, I think, or dozing off
what?
because
Oh my
all
God.
the questions were directed towards
He was
Rohit Sharma
busy
and Babar Azam.
practicing.
Ravi Shastri had to intervene, saying that you can ask questions to
Okay.
other team captains as well.
Oh my God. Well, the perks of doing World Cup in India. Yeah. Well, as you can see, I am already wearing my tricolors. Getting ready to go to Chennai to see the match, and we live stream from there, directly from the ground, with all Indian fans in the background. Um, cool. So, if I were to ask a question to anyone, I would probably ask if Ben Stokes is fit or not. Did you see the news that he might be injured again?
Oh, that's a big one. So is he
Yes.
playing or not then?
What do you think will happen to England's chances if Ben Stokes is not playing?
I think England's chances reduces by 15-20% without Ben Stokes.
Oh, 15-20%. That's a
Yeah,
huge
I think.
margin for any single player to have on a
Yeah,
team.
I
But
mean
yeah, he's that kind of
you
player.
can
It's
see
a
what he
wonders.
has done, what he had done in the previous World Cup.
Right. Yeah, Josh Butler clearly bought him out of retirement. Uh, yeah, do you know the story? He basically messaged. I mean, Ben Stokes started that by asking Moeen Ali to come out of retirement for the Ashes, which
Hmm.
uh, which didn't work out for them. But Josh Butler texted Ben Stokes again and called him. Ben Stokes, I think he had actually tweeted saying no takebacks or no backsies or something of that sort after he retired, saying, "Oh, I won't come back like other people." But after Josh Butler showed him the World Cup, he's now decided to come back.
So is he fit or
Cool.
not?
Well, they're playing it close to the heart. Nothing is disclosed yet. All I saw was Josh Butler saying he has a niggle in the back. He might be there. I mean, he's a player. I think they would still keep him even if he's unfit throughout the entire length of the World Cup. And whenever he's ready, they'll push him back soon. I mean, that is unfair for people who have already played the matches. So
Hmm.
that's a little bad. Talking about chopping and changing, let's jump gears and let's focus it on India for a second, because we have a lot of things to talk about in India, and also, we are catering to the Indian crowd currently. I mean, one day we would want to, uh, you know, take the podcast to England and Australia, but let's stick to India for now. What do you think about Indians' selection philosophy? My thesis is this. All right, it's going to be a not a very popular opinion, but I think they're doing too much experimentation. The question is, do they know what they're doing, or is just the image given that you know that they talk about? Oh, Rahul Dravid comes to the press conference like, I knew 15 months ago that these were the people for my World Cup. Um, but are they actually following the process, or it's just word that been thrown around these days without meaning.
No, what I feel is probably the only inclusion of, I mean, apart from Ashwin, I feel, you know, the selection which has done, uh, it's probably, very balanced. And I don't know why they bring in Ashwin for all the big tournaments and in between big tournaments, there is always Ashwin missing. So I don't know why, what's the thesis or what's the logic behind selecting Ashwin for big tournaments and not playing him for, uh, smaller ODI,
Hmm.
ODIs in between. So
Yeah,
you,
that is
you
weird,
could see
isn't it?
that,
What do you think the thesis
yeah,
is? Why are they bringing Ashwin back? What
I don't know, they
justifies
play the
Ashwin's inclusion?
experience card every time. That Ashwin is experienced and I mean, see, there is definitely a fact that he's a finger spinner, and even though he's there in the 15-man squad, but you can see that he would probably not be getting a chance in the playing 11 because there is already an all-rounder in Hardik Pandya, and probably Ravindra Jadeja has an edge over Ravichandran Ashwin because uh, he's probably better all-rounder than Ashwin is. And we can argue about that. Jadeja has not been up to the mark, lately. His finishing abilities are definitely things
Hmm.
to keep in mind. But again, I don't think even though Ashwin is there in this 15-man squad, he would not. I don't think he'd get to play. He'd be in the playing 11. I don't know. I honestly don't
Hmm.
know the logic behind that.
Yeah, Jadeja is a rock star. We'll come back to India's playing level in a moment, but I just want to stick on to the fact that India are chopping and changing too much. Because I feel like first of all, from what I've observed, Rohit Sharma likes Ashwin. There is no other way about it. Okay, he for some reason wanted Ashwin to be there. You could see that in the T20 World Cup also. He backed him all the way. He made him play, even though people were asking for Chahal, Deep, or Washington, whoever. He wanted Ashwin. He said, "Oh, experience." I think what happened was the selection committee or the coach said, "Look, boss, no Ashwin this time. We've moved on from Ashwin. He hasn't played an ODI since I don't know how many years, right? I
Hmm.
know he hasn't played bilateral or whatever." But Rohit comes to the press conference and he says, I've been talking to Ashwin all along. He knows what is happening," which might be the
Then why
case.
isn't he talking?
Or, you know,
He should have backed Ashwin. Why is Rohit Sharma not backing Ashwin during the normal regular ODI series? Why only in big tournaments?
yeah, that's what I think it is because the selection committee is saying we don't want Ashwin. Okay. And Rohit Sharma is like, no, we want Ashwin. And I think India is is a nation where what captain says goes, and selection committee does not have a big thing about it. And so I think suddenly the opportunity arose, and Rohit Sharma was like, "Look, I've been talking to Ashwin. I think you should get him on because he's in the mix of things, at least from my perspective." This is what I feel from an outsider, because otherwise there is no way it justifies the inclusion. You play Washington Sundar, you play Akshar Patel, you play Yuzvendra Chahal, you play Kuldeep Yadav for all the bilaterals between the World Cups, and
Yeah.
suddenly you have told Ashwin, "Okay, pack your bags up. You will play the first game in your home ground in Chepauk," um, which could be a blessing in disguise. But
Hmm.
you're saying Ashwin won't make the first 11. Why is it?
Probably, I think
What do you
Kuldeep
think?
Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja will probably make it in the playing 11 because
Maybe I should rephrase the
he has
question. If
played
you were
more
Sharma,
ODIs.
would you play Ashwin? Okay, why is that?
Yeah, because if I was Rohit Sharma, I would pick him up and give equal opportunities not only in big tournaments but also in regular bilateral series and any series of that sorts because uh, see, definitely. there's no doubt that Ashwin is a king in not so much in ODIs, and you don't have any statistics to back that because uh, so if I was Rohit Sharma, I would, you know, and if my ultimate aim is to get Ashwin to play in big tournaments, I would definitely get him to play the bilateral series as well, and not only in the big tournaments.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he has not had experience. I don't know what is the communication now that's going on to Yuzvendra Chahal. I
What
don't know
would you
what
do?
justification they're giving him. Say, sorry, Chahal, Ashwin is more this one. But I like Ashwin, to be honest. I think he has that fight in him. That might be the X factor that India needs. A spinner who can, produce some magic in the middle. I would like to play Ashwin, but with the team composition, I don't think there is a place for Ashwin at the moment. And I think it's going to be just one position open for Kuldeep Yadav or Ashwin. And I think Kuldeep Yadav is much more dangerous than Ashwin at the moment. But you get more batting with Ashwin. But it would be a toss up. I mean, if you're playing both and if you're choosing only six batters plus one all rounder, then I think it would be nice. Maybe we could see that in Chennai because Chennai is going to grip and turn and keep low, and Ashwin knows that
Finger
stadium
spinners would
inside
be,
out. So I think,
yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Finger spinners. Cool. But I think we should address one other important thing, which is Team India playing fearless cricket or not? What is your take?
I think they're not playing fearless cricket, and uh, I think the nation which is playing the most fearless cricket is, I think, England. Uh, why India is not playing? I think it has to probably burden of so many people. I think the pressure gets to them, and that is inhibiting them to play fearless cricket. I don't know. I think that is the reason because uh, I think there are bits and pieces where, like, there are certain players who are playing fearless cricket, but I think senior players are not playing fearless. I think they are a bit more worried about what the media might say, what the media might write about us. So I think the youngsters are playing much more fearless cricket than the senior folks. But I think
Yeah,
as a
the reason
whole, they are not playing.
Yeah, interesting to say that. The reason I brought this up is because of what happened in the T20 World Cup. Okay, if you remember the build up to the T20 World Cup, this is what Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid were saying in the press conferences. They said, look, we want to play fearless cricket. We are experimenting. We have a process. We are sticking to it, and so on. And then come the T20 World Cup, nothing changes. People were just batting the way they were. Virat Kohli did not switch any gears. It's going to not sit well with many Virat fans who are watching. But there were no one who was switching gears or doing anything out of the ordinary. People were just doing basic um, cricket. But I think we should give credit to Rohit
You didn't see
Sharma.
even the junior folks,
Yeah, I think that some people, by their nature itself, they were fearless cricketers, like Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar
like
Yadav. These are the only names that I could think of. But I have not seen any big difference in the way Shubman Gill bats. Right? Maybe we don't want him to bat that way. But I think this is where the credit should be given to Rohit Sharma because Rohit Sharma, his strike rate has increased tremendously. I mean, not tremendously, but in an ODI, that increase is pretty phenomenal. He has gone from scoring, 100 to less than 100 to 120-ish, 130-ish. He started taking on the bowlers from ball one, and he is not hesitating. But he's getting out, right? I'm thinking, I will bet that he might not get a lot of hundreds as he did in the 2019 World Cup. He was in next level form in 2019 World Cup, where he
mm,
scored, I don't know, 5 centuries he scored.
yeah,
He was
apparently
batting
he's
like a dream. But since he has
yeah.
upped this game, now his risk tolerance also has gone down and sorry, gone high. and he would get out quickly. But I think he would get the team to a stage where there would be something like 6 overs 50 or something of that sort if he gets going in the start.
Yeah, apparently Rohit Sharma and Sachin Tendulkar have scored the highest centuries in a World Cup. So both are at a tie, 6 centuries.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they both were phenomenal. Let's see what happens this World Cup. But just one other thing I wanted to ask you was, Rahul Dravid has come out and said, look, there is a particular process. And whenever, you ask Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli or Rahul Dravid about, hey, pass ball, what is your approach? They come and say, hey, look, all these pass ball, most ball, it doesn't work. Silent agi, normal ODI cricket ಆಡಬೇಕು, then we will win.
So I think, see, Rahul Dravid and I think probably Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have grown up seeing that era of Sachin, Dravid, Ganguly. I think they've grown up watching them play cricket, and I think they'll be on the same page when it comes to saying that, okay, see, we are playing certain type of cricket and this is what we are going to follow. And I think probably someone like I think there has to be a Dhoni moment where, like, let's say Dhoni came and took harsh decisions like to drop certain players. I think there has to be another Dhoni moment. Probably, let's say Shubman Gill comes out and they make him the captain, and he has to go berserk and tell that, look, this is the way of this is how we have to play, and if you want to win matches, this is the way we are going to do. Of course, it depends on the situation, where you're playing. If you're playing in, let's say, Lucknow, where pitches are slow, or in Delhi or in Chennai.
The friendly pitch. Chatting the gentleman's game.